Chancellor, thank you for the introduction and welcome. Indeed, it's a great honor and privilege to be invited as the chief guest and deliver the graduation speech. 36 years ago, at the age of 22, I was seated like you on my graduation day, eagerly waiting to get onto the stage to officially become a graduate. I was blank and empty. I was not in a mentality to focus on the proceedings. I was sitting among many of my friends who had been already employed. Because by that time, I had applied for over 250 job vacancies that were appeared in many newspapers and government gazettes, and faced many embarrassing job interviews. I was jobless, penniless, but never hopeless or aimless. When I was looking at later, when I look back my life, I sincerely thank all those who didn't provide me a job. Ironically, many years later, I employed many of them in my organization. Some are still working under me. To get to this point was an important achievement in your life, to which I commend sincerely. The personal competencies that got you here, the passion, commitment, self-confidence, dedication, tenacity, open minds to learn will be very important throughout your lives. Nurture them. They will be even more important than what you have learned. Today I am standing in front of you as an achiever because I excelled those qualities and competencies. This is my story. I believe it might have something that can stimulate you, your passion in achieving your life goals. I was privileged to be born into a very poor but humble farming family in a far remote village of Balangoda in Ratnapura district. It was my first world university. I lived in a house that replaced the roof twice a year. My father made me to be part of the team, and we were asked to gather freshly harvested paddy straw, bundle them, stack them, deliver them, and also to be part of that team who replaced the roof. I have no idea any of you still living in that type of house. And I learned the basic engineering when I was 10 years old. I learned the process management, and I learned the architecture. And also, my father, when replacing that roof, I noticed how he built the Belbin's ideal team that you learn in your textbooks later. My mother replaced the floor every 3 months. And I observed how she carefully collected the fresh cow dung and soil from ant pit, mix in and make a proper mixture and keep it overnight and apply. And I learned how to make the best compound. And later today, we have one of the largest tire manufacturing plant. I learned basics when I was the child. We didn't have running water, so we had to find water. And I learned the basics of irrigation and water management. Now we have one of the largest hydropower plants. We didn't have electricity, so we had to find light. I was more innovative than Thomas Edison. Today, we have the largest renewable energy or power generations in Sri Lanka. We didn't have time clocks. So we were forced to be sensitive to the environment and time management. Those were the basics, ingredients, and talents embedded into me when I was a small boy. We had to grow everything that we wanted, from rice to vegetable, fruits, milk, everything. And part of the excess was supposed to be sold in the market. So I learned the basic entrepreneurial orientation before I reached 15 years old. I started schooling at the age of 3. I had to walk 5 kilometers every morning, and I was barefoot till I reached my O-level class. We were 9 in the family, and I was the youngest. Harnessing the best out of the free education system was the only hope to become an achiever. I was selected to the university when I was 19 years old, and my mother gave me 200 rupees, and she didn't tell me where to go, what to do, and she was so sure about her product and the talents and competencies that were embedded onto me during my early childhood, and she had the confidence that I will never come back as a failure. Coming to Colombo with empty hand with 200 rupees, and I invented myself, and I became a billionaire when I was 35 years old. Here I am today as a successful entrepreneur, and also supported over 5,000 people to find their livelihood, both in Sri Lanka and very many other countries. We were taught the basics, and nothing is impossible. And it was taught, Natti Jatang Akaranam. If you are born into this world, anything is possible. I wish you the best for your lives. Embrace the challenges and get ahead of the change. You can do it, and best wishes are with you. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day.